Okay, now I'm gonna share the screen. Can you see the screen, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
yes.
Okay, now here it is. Okay, speaking 4. It belongs to the integrated part of the speaking section of the test. Okay, it will be about conversation and lecture. Okay, speaking number 4 involves task number 5 and task number 6. So consider that as well. Okay, let's move on. Please, okay, one person has just joined. Who is it? Fabricio.
Hello. Sorry for being late.
Okay, do not worry. Thanks for attending. I'm gonna um, mark your attendance. Give me 1 second, please. You are Fabricio, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. 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 Vargas and Eva Fabricio Ariel
Mm-hmm.
are here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's it. Now I'm gonna share the screen again. Excellent. Now, okay, as I was telling you guys, writing 1 is about 2 tasks. Task number 5 and task number 6. It is the integrated part of the speaking section. Okay. In this part, you will have to. Sorry, this is not the page. Okay. In this part, you will have to hear conversations and lectures. Okay. So be ready. What is it about? Fabricio, please, can you help me reading this?
Okay. What is it about? 1 or 2 tasks, similar to speaking 3. Listen to a conversation. Listen to a lecture. How much time do I have? 20 seconds to prepare, 60 seconds to speak. What to do? Talk about information, provide a perspective or opinion, describe your understanding.
Okay. Thanks. Now, as Fabricio read, it is about 1 or 2 tasks, usually 2, okay? Task number 5 and task number 6, as I said before. It is really similar to speaking 3. In this part, you will have to listen to a conversation and then you will have to listen to a lecture. How much time do you have? 20 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to speak. That's it. What to do? In task number 5, which is about listening to a conversation, you will have to talk about the information you understood or you got from the conversation, okay? Then you will have to provide a perspective or opinion, okay? Generally, the conversation will be about a problem, solutions, and that's it. What do you have to do? You have to talk about the problem, the possible solutions, and finally, you will have to provide your opinion about it or your perspective, okay? What do you think? That is important, okay? That is task number 5, listening to a conversation. What is task number 6 about? In this part, you will have to describe your understanding of the topic, okay? Usually the lecture will be about an academic topic. I don't know, chemistry, history, I don't know, many topics, you know? So you will have to describe what happens. What is it about? You will have to mention some examples. That's the way you have to do it, okay? So we'll start working. That's it for the speaking 4. It is time for you to practice, okay? I hope you're ready. Here it is. The speaking task number 5. You're gonna listen, and after that, I'm gonna read a question for you. Here you can see the question, right? First, you will listen, you will hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare, and then I'm gonna choose randomly the one who will be participating. Okay, guys? Is everything clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you for answering.
Yes.
Now, let's move on to the listening. Please, if you have any problem with the sound, with the, I don't know, with the echo, whatever, please let me know, okay? So that we can find a solution. Please, I want you to tell me if you can hear.
Hey, Susie, you're in the tap dance.
Can you hear, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's start.
Hey, Susie, you're in the tap dancing club, right?
I certainly am.
Well, any idea where you're going to practice now? I heard that they have closed the auditorium all semester. I think they are remodeling.
Oh man, don't remind me. It's been such a nightmare trying to find another space to practice.
You know, I was thinking, why don't you try practicing in the music hall? It's smaller, but similar to the auditorium. And the stage has a wooden floor, so it would be a good place to practice tap dancing.
Yeah, that's a possibility, but the brass band and the entire theater department use that space to practice. I'd be shocked if they had any time slots available for us.
It's worth a shot. It can't hurt to ask the venue manager.
A friend of mine was telling me about a space downtown, ABC Theater, I think it's called. She said I would have to pay for the time, but the school might reimburse the tap dancing squad since they're responsible for finding us another venue to practice.
I don't know, Susie. The school doesn't like to give out money unless they really have to. I would make sure they're willing to pay you back before you book lessons. I would definitely double check with someone first.
Yeah, you're right. The situation has become quite a headache.
Okay, guys, now it is time to listen to the question, okay? And the question is just right here, okay? Please pay attention to the question, okay? The speaker discussed two possible solutions to the woman's problem. Describe the problem and the two solutions. Decide which of these solutions you prefer and explain why. Is the question clear, guys? Or do you want me to repeat it?
It's clear, teacher.
Thank you. Now, I'm gonna set the timer. You have 20 seconds to prepare your response. Okay, time's up. Now, is there any volunteer who would like to participate, or do you want me to choose? Okay. No volunteers then? Well, I'll have to choose them. Ever Ezequiel, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Please, start.
Well, the problem is that the woman needs to practice her dancing and she doesn't have the space. So the man suggests her that she can practice in music, like a music office, but she thinks that it would be better if she rents a theater. But the problem is that the school should pay that, but they think that the school won't do that. So that's the problem.
Is that all?
No, I believe that it's better to use the small salon
instead of pay.
Okay, you forgot to provide your opinion, so be careful with that, okay? Task number 5, you will be asked to talk about the problem, the solutions, and maybe to provide an opinion, okay?
Okay, yes, I forgot it. I
That's
got nervous, sorry.
do not worry, you did it, so that's it.
Okay.
Good organization of ideas, you mentioned the problem, the possible solutions, and finally, although you almost forgot, you mentioned your point of view, your perspective, your personal opinion, okay? That's it. That's the way you have to organize your ideas. Good job. Let's move on to another one. Jocabet Becerra, please.
Okay, teacher. Well, the recording provides the problem that the guys mentioned. The auditory was closed because the school is renovate this room, so the girls doesn't have the space to practice her dancing. So the guys provides one solution. Is the first one is use the musician salon, but the girls think is not enough because all the time the students wants to practice on this place, and she suggests paid another space in order she can dance in my opinion. I think it's more possible to the first solution in order to use the musician place because the school doesn't want to pay extra money.
Okay, good organization of ideas. Maybe you mentioned a lot of details. You have to focus on the most important details, okay? Remember, you were asked to provide the following information: what the problem was, what the solutions were, and your opinion. That's it, okay? So work on that, control your time, but in general, what you did was good, okay? Consider the time only, okay? And the organization of ideas. That's it. Good job.
Okay,
Thank
teacher.
you. Now let's move on to I don't know. Fabricio, are you there?
I'm here.
Please.
Okay. Well, the problem essentially is about finding a good place to practice um, some dancing, and the problem is well, the problem, the girl has the problem, and the boy from the story gives her some solutions. The first one is to get us a small salon, and the other one is to get a theater where she can practice the I think choreography. And well, from my point of view, it's better the first option that the man gives because it doesn't involve too many troubles for her.
Okay. Good control of the time. Excellent organization of ideas. So, any comment on that? Maybe controlling your nerves would be a good idea, but apart from that, everything was okay, okay? Excellent.
Okay, thank you.
Now, the ones who didn't participate. Okay, Rios, Lucia, please. It is your turn.
Okay, teacher. The information is that recorded provides information about of a woman that wants to practice her dancing. The idea is to practice in a musician salon because the auditorium from her school is in renovation. And the other possible solution could be a rent a theater paid by the university. But from my point of view, I think she could take the first solution in order to don't pay an extra money from the university. and she can have an ideal space to do her activities.
Is that all?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Good organization of ideas. I think you already know how to organize. First, the problem. Second, solutions. Third, personal perspective or opinion on the topic. So that's the way you have to organize your ideas. Thank you, excellent. No comments, and you did a good job. Only one thing. In order not to. Repeat, please. In order not to.
In order not to.
That's it, okay? It is not in order don't. No, that doesn't exist. In order not to, that's the way you have to say it, okay?
Okay,
Be careful.
teacher, thank you.
I think it was because of the nerves, but control that, okay? It is in order not to. An example, okay? She did her homework in order not to fail the course. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher. It is.
Okay.
Thank you.
So work on that. That's the only comment. So let's move on to task number 6, okay? So I hope you're ready. In this part, you're gonna listen to a lecture, and based on the question, you will have to answer.
Of archaeological.
Do you hear? Can you hear, guys?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Let's start.
Preservation of archaeological artifacts for future generations is an important task. Although the deterioration of objects and materials is inevitable, proper preservation can make the process much slower. Creating the ideal conditions in museums is extremely important because historical artifacts can be affected by various environmental factors. The most important are temperature and relative humidity. Maintaining a stable temperature in museums and storage centers is critical. The same temperature should be maintained every day, and all night. Actually, a sudden change in temperature is more dangerous than having no climate control at all. Objects made from organic materials like paper, wood, or leather may wither and dry out if exposed to a sudden temperature fluctuation. Most museums maintain a temperature of between 68 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and it takes every possible step to ensure there is little to no variation. If, for example, a city loses power, many museums have backup power sources to ensure that their interior temperature remains constant. Relative humidity, which is the amount of moisture in the air, could also have a negative effect on ancient artifacts. In metal objects, a high level of relative humidity could cause the object to corrode or develop mold. In contrast, low humidity could cause paper or leather to turn more brittle and fragile. Ideally, there should be a different level of humidity for different collections, depending on the material of the artifacts in question. Still, most museums set their humidity levels somewhere between 45 to 50%. Throughout most modern museums, sensors have been installed that monitor the amount of humidity in the air. Once the level of humidity changes by over 2%, the system takes action and adjusts its settings.
Okay, guys, now time to listen to the question, okay? I hope you're ready. I'm gonna read it for you. The question is the following. Using points and examples from the talk, describe how museums preserve artifacts. Is the question clear, guys?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay. Now, please, we can start. I'm gonna give you 20 seconds. Okay, time's up. Before I choose, is there any volunteer who would like to participate? Anyone?
I can.
Okay, thank you. Let's start.
Well, the museum controls the all the artifacts to the climate control, because according to the discussion, the most important factors are the environment, um, like the temperature and humidity, and that's why they protect all the artifacts according to how is it, how they can take care of them. For example, the wood or the paper with temperature, it would be damaged, and also with humidity, it would be worse.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I understand that the topic is something maybe, I don't know, difficult to speak about, because and there are some technical words such as, I don't know, Fahrenheit, words like that, right? So it is understandable, but you have to organize your ideas. You can take notes as well if you want. So maybe your notes can be helpful at the moment of organizing the ideas in your mind and speak. So what you did was okay, excellent. But please try to improve your fluency, okay? You were thinking a lot. So please work on that, okay? That's the
okay.
only comment on your speaking. And control your time as well. Sometimes it is necessary to omit some details, okay? Focus on the question. What was the question? Points and examples from the talk. Describe how museums preserve artifacts. That was the question. What you had to do was the following, okay? Museums preserve artifacts in two ways. One, because they do this and do this, you can explain. And two, because of this. That's it, okay? That's the way you have to organize.
Okay.
You have to consider the question. The
Okay.
question is, describe how museums preserve artifacts. Okay. Museums preserve artifacts in two ways. One, two, you can mention examples in one, you can mention examples in two, and then you can express a concluding sentence. You can say something like, okay, those are the ways museums preserve artifacts. That's it. Okay?
Okay.
So consider that. Thank you for
Thank you.
participating. Excellent job. Now, please, any other volunteer?
I can try, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Cabot, move on. Continue. Please.
Okay, teacher. The recording mentioned how the museum preserve artifact, and they mention two principal ways related to the environmental factor. In the museum, one of these is the temperature. The museum tried to maintain the temperature between 6 and 7 degrees, because some artifacts are organic, and this temperature provoked about a negative aspect. The second way to control and preserve this artifact is the relative humidity, because if the relative humidity is high or low, the artifact corrode object. So it's better to have this factor in the middle.
Okay, is that all?
Yes.
Okay, please consider the time you have to speak, okay? That's the only comment. Consider the time. Be careful with the time, okay? You only have 1 minute to speak, so be careful with it. What else? Maybe, okay, you mentioned the problems. You mentioned the way they preserve artifacts, the 2 ways. Good job. Good introductory sentence, okay? Maybe the concluding sentence was really short. You can improve on that. So please do it, okay? Organize your ideas. Consider the question, okay? The question. What is the question? Describe how museums preserve artifacts. That's the main point you have to consider. Okay, I have to describe the way they preserve artifacts. The lecture, they mentioned 2 ways, okay? In one way, they do this, okay? You can mention examples, some points, okay? The following way is the following, okay? 1 point, 1 example, and that's it. 1 minute to do that, okay? So work on that.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, thanks for participating. Any other person who would like to participate? Okay, Rios Lucia.
Yes, teacher, thank you. Well, the recorder provides information about how to preserve archaeological artifacts. In order not to damage artifacts, they create and build museums with special environmental factors. The first is to set the temperature between 68 and 70 Fahrenheit degrees. And the second is to control the humidity between 45 to 50%, because over 2% could be negative for the woods and paper artifacts. In my opinion, is the best option that they have, because they should to preserve the best way these artifacts, in order to bring a good information after a few years to the population.
Is that all?
Yes.
Okay, excellent job. Good organization of ideas. And you really nice to use the structure that you have just learned. In order not to, excellent. Good job. Good job, good job. Maybe at the end you got nervous and you ran out of ideas, but it is just the end. You can improve that, okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, now, is there any other volunteer?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, please.
Okay. So according to the recording, the ways that museums well, the ways they preserve the different artifacts that are in the museum are two main um, two main variables. The one is the temperature, and the second one is humidity. Um, for the first one, is always um, needed to to maintain a certain temperature to well, between the 60 and 70 Celsius. I mean Fahrenheit. And well, from the second phenomenon is the humidity. They also maintain the same humidity to persevere, well, to preserve the different artifacts.
Okay, please, as I told your partners, please consider the time, okay? It was okay. You did a good job mentioning the ways they preserve artifacts. So that's it. That's the idea. You explain. You answer the question. Good job. But control your time, okay? That's it. Maybe because of the
Okay.
nerves, I don't know. At the moment of speaking, you have some problems, right? But try to relax, try to prepare your answer in your mind and follow that path, okay? I'm gonna say this, after that I'm gonna say this and this and this. Follow it, okay? Do not try to add or to omit anything. Follow the path you made in your mind. That is important as well, okay? Consider the time, and that's it. Maybe a concluding sentence would be nice, okay? Something like, okay, those are the ways that museums, those are the ways in which museums preserve artifacts. That's it. So consider please adding a concluding sentence, okay? Thank you, Fabricio.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other volunteer? Okay, who were the ones who didn't participate? Okay, Fabricio participated. Rios Lucia also participated. Okay, I think everybody has participated, or I am mistaken. Who else is missing? Okay, I think one person, who is Redmi Note 10 Pro? Sorry.
Teacher, I missed, but I arrived late and I couldn't listen all the information, all the record that you show us, and
Okay,
it's the reason that I.
Okay, what is your name, sorry? Because here I can see only a brand.
Yes, I'm sorry, I will change. Mariela Rioja.
Mariela Rioja, okay, let me see. You belong to the group of 21, right? From 29. Rioja Belis Mariela?
Yes, teacher. Rioja Belis Mariela.
Okay, thank you. Okay, since you couldn't hear the recording, you won't be able to answer, okay? So don't worry, but you can practice by watching the session after we finish, okay? Because the session will be recorded, so you can practice as well, okay?
Please, teacher.
Okay, also, okay, for you to practice, you will be the first one who will participate on Friday, okay? So do not miss that class.
Teacher, just a question, please. How we can get the link to listen the recording classes?
Okay, do you want the link to the recording or to the sessions?
So the sessions in YouTube, I think they are, but I don't have the link.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to the WhatsApp group, okay?
Thank you, teacher.
But please remind me, okay? Remind me, please send a message. Please, teacher, send a link, okay? Because sometimes I am really busy with other things and I forgot, okay? Please remind me, okay?
Okay, teacher. Also, the 2 lessons of, before, you asked about to send in the information from the last season. I remember because Jokabet asked you to send us the PowerPoint presentation.
Okay, so I'm gonna send it again. I'm gonna send it, okay? Please remind me, okay? Because sometimes I forgot, I am busy with other things and I forgot, sorry. But if you remind me, I will do it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, please, Mariela, and do not miss the session on Friday, okay? Because you're gonna practice then, okay?
Okay, teacher. I won't miss Friday.
Okay, thank you. Now we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on with to writing, okay? Let's start with writing one. On Friday, we're gonna still be practicing with this. Mariela is the only one who's going to participate with speaking. I think the rest is doing okay, is doing a good job, so no need to practice. But consider practicing at home with your own exercises and so on, okay? But now it is time for you to work on writing. The writing section of the speaking of the TOEFL test, sorry, will be will involve 2 sections or 2 tasks. The one that we are going to cover today is writing number 1, task number 1, okay? It belongs to the integrated part of this section. In this part, you're gonna read, listen, and write, okay? You will read a passage. After that, you're gonna listen to a recording about, I don't know, a conversation about that passage. And finally, you will have to write based on a question that will be provided to you, okay? So let's move on. Please, I don't know. Mariela, please, can you help me reading this?
Okay. What is it about? Reading, listening, and then writing. How much time do I have? 20 minutes to write, 3 minutes to read, and 2 minutes to listen. What to do? Read a passage about a topic, main ideas and key points. Listen to recording about it. Collect information. Write in response to what you read and listen. 150 and 2025 words.
Excellent.
45% of ideas and 65% organization and rules.
Thank you, Mariela. So, as your partner mentioned, the writing section, task 1 is about reading, listening, and then writing, okay? You will have to read, then listen, and after that, you will have to write. How much time? 20 minutes to write, 3 minutes to read, and 2 minutes to listen. Consider the time, please. What to do? First, you will be reading a passage about a topic. What are the things you have to consider in the reading passage? Main ideas and key points. Those two aspects. Now, when listening, you will have to collect information, okay? Related information. After that, a question will be asked to you. And based on that question, you will have to write your response, okay? The amount of words required for this task goes from 150 to 225 words. No less, no more, okay? So consider this number of words in order to write, please. Now, as I told you in the speaking sessions, please, when writing, you have to consider 2 things, at least for me, okay? 35% of it belongs to the ideas that you have in your mind, the ideas that you got from the reading and from the listening. 65% belongs to the organization and rules. Rules, what are rules? The rules that you know about the language. How much do you know about language? Vocabulary, grammar, sentence structure, time tenses, all those things are related to the knowledge you have about the language, English in this case. Okay, so consider that as well. When writing, the knowledge you have about the language is really important, okay? Alongside with the ideas you got from a passage, from a reading, from any source, okay? So consider that as well. The question, after you read and listen, you will see a question. This question will ask you to do the following things. First, summarize the points of the lecture. You will have to make a summary, okay, of the points from the lecture. Then you will have to explain how these points from the lecture relate to the specific points in the reading, okay? You have to make a contrast between what you listened and what you read. What are the points related to the points in the reading? You have to explain that, okay? I hope it is clear. Let's move on. What do you have to do when reading? You have to look for the main idea. Remember that. Where is the main idea? It is usually placed in the first paragraph of the passage, okay? The main idea is usually placed in the first paragraph. Remember that. Okay, apart from the main idea, what do you have to look for? Supporting ideas, okay? Where are these supporting ideas? Usually they are located in the following paragraphs. Second, third, fourth paragraph. You will find the supporting ideas, okay? So consider those two aspects at the moment of reading. Okay, now what about the listening? Well, okay. When listening, you will have to take notes on the points related to the passage, the reading passage, okay? Only the points that are related. Omit the rest. Focus only on the points related to what you read, okay? Relationship between reading and listening. That's the idea. I hope you understand. Suggestions. These are some suggestions for you to take into account at the moment of writing. First, be direct in your writing. Good writing is clear and concise. Please go to the point. Do not complicate your lives, okay? Go to the point. 2, choose your words wisely. Please, you are supposed to write formally, okay? In a formal way. Do not use informal words, informal phrases, okay? 3, short sentences are more powerful than long sentences. Please, this is really important. Try to write short sentences and organize your ideas with periods, not commas. Use commas only when required, okay? Why not to use long sentences? Long sentences usually get confused, tend to make the reader get confused, get bored, get tired of reading what you write. So it is not advisable to write long sentences, okay? Number 4, similar to number 3, write short paragraph. A good paragraph may involve, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 sentences as maximum. 6 if you want, okay, 6, but no more than that, okay? Consider that, short sentences in short paragraphs. That's it. That's the way you have to do it. Number 5, always use the active voice, not the passive voice, okay? It will be easier for you to write, okay? And it will be easier for the reader to understand what you wrote, okay? Number 6, this is really, really important, okay? Review and edit your work. Please, after you have finished writing, consider taking 5 minutes to review, edit, or correct what you have written, okay? This is really important because sometimes at the moment of writing, we are not aware of the mistakes we commit. So, because of this, we really need to review what we have done, okay? In order to find and correct some mistakes or some possible mistakes, okay? It is really important. Read what you write, okay? Read, you have to read what you write. Do not, okay, I finished and I sent it. No, please review and edit. And if possible, correct. That's the way. Number 7, use a natural conversational tone, okay? Do not try to sound, I don't know, really formal, really formal, strongly formal. No, make a balance, okay? 8, finally, make sure you answer the question, please. You will see, you will hear, or you will read a question after you read and listen. Make sure you answer the question when writing, okay? Sometimes we write a lot, but we do not go to the point. We do not answer the question. So consider that. Make sure you answer the question. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So now, on Friday, we're gonna practice with this. I'm gonna give you some time. I'm gonna bring some topics for you to develop, to write about. So please be ready, okay? Consider improving your vocabulary, consider checking grammar structures, some transitional words, some connectors. It is really important and it will help you write in a better way, okay? So consider working on that and we will see you on Friday in order to practice. Mariela is going to participate with speaking 4, and we're going to practice a little bit more. And after that, we're going to start practicing writing number 1, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys, now we're going to stop here then. Please, before you leave, I would really appreciate you complete the daily survey. After that, you can leave the session, please. Thanks for attending and see you on Friday. Okay, guys, you did a good job today. Thanks.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thanks, teacher.
Thank you,
Have a good
teacher.
night.
Thank
Bye.
you,
Bye.
teacher. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye. See you.
teacher. Please don't forget to send us the
The
presentation.
Okay, do not
Yes,
worry. We'll
please.
do it.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Bye-bye.